Hello everyone, and welcome back. Not long ago, I made a video talking about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and MultiVersus, two Smash Bros clones that feature Nickelodeon and Warner Bros characters in them respectively, and how even though both games were heavily hyped up prior to their release, they have both since fallen into obscurity. The video has since become one of my best performing videos, and I am thankful for those that have watched it. Although nothing has changed for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl yet, there has been a huge update on what will happen to MultiVersus. Now, for context, the main thing that I criticized about both games was the lack of content in them, and in the case of MultiVersus, I criticized the lack of variety on the roster. Warner Bros has a ton of different characters, and it sucked how of the few characters the game had, a good chunk of them were DC and Looney Tunes characters. In addition, due to the lack of content, fewer people were playing the game, and I theorized that because of this, the servers of the game would shut down, the game would become forgotten about, and in the years to come, would only occasionally be brought up as a failed attempt to make a Smash Bros game featuring Warner Bros characters. Well, that all changed very recently. On March 27th, the official MultiVersus Twitter account posted this: MVPs. Thank you for the support during open beta. The feedback and inspiration has been amazing. Open beta will close on June 25th as we prepare for full launch in early 2024. MultiVersus will be back with new content, features, modes, and more when we return. Well, this makes half of my Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and MultiVersus video outdated, but you know what? I'm not complaining. MultiVersus has potential, a lot of potential. The game desperately needs new content, and I think taking down the game and fully launching it with a large amount of content is the most logical thing the developers could have done. At the same time though, I feel that this announcement should have been made much earlier. The last big update the game got when it came to content was the release of Marvin the Martian, which occurred on November 21st, 2022. Between these two dates, we had gotten complete radio silence. I think it would have been more logical to announce this closer to Marvin's release, maybe somewhere between late December to early January, but that's just me. Here's hoping that the full release of the game will live up to its potential. Here's hoping that the roster will have more variety, and not just be full of DC and Looney Tunes characters. Here's hoping that we get more Cartoon Network representation aside from Adventure Time and Steven Universe. And maybe, if possible, we can even get non-Warner Bros characters in the game, as stated by the developers. Here's hoping that things will get better for MultiVersus. As for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, well, let's also hope that that rumored sequel ends up being real. Originally, I wanted to wait until this alleged sequel got officially announced, so that I could make an update video talking about these two things, but then I decided that by the time the sequel would get announced, the MultiVersus news would become old news. The first Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl was announced in the summer of 2021, and it was released in October of that same year, and I have a feeling that if the game got a sequel, it will follow a similar, if not the exact same release pattern. In fact, I'm willing to bet that the sequel will officially get announced after the public beta for MultiVersus shuts down on June 25th. So, I decided the right thing to do was to make a video on the recent MultiVersus news while it's still fresh. Don't worry though, if this rumored Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl sequel ever gets officially announced, you can bet that I will make a video talking about it. Anyways, that's about it. I just wanted to make a quick and simple update video talking about the recent MultiVersus news, since I know that the video I made on both it and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl performed fairly well, and I know that if I don't make this video, then I will get flooded with comments telling me about the recent news. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.